Hello everybody and welcome back to Crusader Kings, where we are enjoying some peaceful peace and building. However, our vassals aren't enjoying it quite as much as we are, and we need to decide whether we want to fight them or not. We have, I think, options to get rid of this independence faction, and honestly, I think our funds are better spent right now on continuing to invest here. So I think that we should definitely do something like that. So we can arrange a marriage here, and I would rather not do our son and player heir if we can help it right now. So let's see if we can get this done. Let's see, we need to drop some 14% here. No, some 25% here, or 24%. It would be 25 to drop it below the threshold. Okay, that's a lot more than I thought. For some reason, I was thinking it was 10% less than that. So that means that we probably don't really have a great option for dealing with it. We should be able to win this war quite quickly, though. Now, what we could potentially do... Oh, this isn't auspicious at all. Okay. We could get, like, this guy out of the faction. That's 7%. But honestly, I feel like we should just let this go. And maybe this one as well. Let those rebellions happen, and I think we'll be completely fine dealing with them. I really, really do. It was just drunken ramblings. I'm sure it'll be fine. So let's check in on some of our locations over here. Okay, Alan has come of age. Fantastic. Betrothed can marry, and they shall. There we go. And let's go ahead and see what we've got going on in each of these locations real quick. Looks like we have a bunch of constructions going to finish up fairly soon. That is good for us. Very, very good. Camp cooks have finished up here, and that means that we want to upgrade our wooden barracks. That's going to be a decent amount more gold. And we can get a stewardship perk here. We're going to grab centralization for that sweet, sweet development growth. Wonderful. Now, can we sell minor titles or extort subjects? Not until next year. Okay. So, after we start this construction here, we should probably save our cash for that independence faction. Now, they're not going to be a problem for us. We're going to have no problem with that whatsoever. Who's their faction leader? Let's see. Their faction leader is this person. Out over here. Her capital is there. Okay. Here's the idea. We're going to raise up our men-at-arms here. That'll take 2 months. And we're going to raise up some levy troops as well. Not all of our levy troops, I don't think. She can go ahead and send that whenever she wants. And we will be in position here. We're preemptively raising. And this will put us in a very good spot for this, I think. Got about 3,000 here. Okay. I will not be threatened. So we're going to rally the troops here, and we don't expect there to be substantial issues here. Yeah, 22,000. That's not too bad. We do need a new chancellor, and we will put in this lady. Keep her out of trouble, hopefully. So this is 5,000 troops. Her capital's actually up here. I'm apparently dumb. But that's okay. We're right next to her territory, nevertheless. So we're going to continue gathering for a little while here. I think we'll stop gathering these guys. Actually, I think we'll continue. I should have continued gathering that. But we'll set up another force that can go attack down over this way. That should be fine. Okay, so our men-at-arms will arrive in about 20 days. And vassal factionalism, huh? Do a gain a weak hook. I don't really want that, but this guy is in the Caberite faction, isn't he? No. Okay, I don't actually care about what faction he's in then. This is fine. So, prestige? You know what? We'll offer him prestige. That's fine. These guys, they're going to head up here and start slow sieging. Excellent. He did not take the prestige. Okay, sure. That's okay. So we've got 6 days here. Wonderful. These guys, once they're done, they're going to head up here. And off they go. Perfect. So we're going to raise up about another 5,000 over here, I feel like. That should be enough to deal with these guys. Okay. So 5,000 troops will net us that. Awkward paths are awkward. But I guess we could come slow siege down over this way, or just kind of generally see what's going to happen over here. So we'll get in position here, and we're going to split off our horse archers along with a good number of these levy troops. Not this many, though. Maybe something a bit more along the lines of this. Should do just fine. We're going to move these guys up over here. I'm definitely thinking about slow sieging down here. Let's see. 2 months on this siege should be fine. Yeah, I think this is okay. Now, these guys are going to rebel as well, and they're not particularly strong, in all honesty. We can transfer this Duchess over, and we should do so. Okay. I would like to prevent these guys from firing. However, I think that they're going to fight each other, our two factions here. So that's okay. I'm reasonably fine with this. We're in a much, much stronger position than we were previously. I'm going to raise additional troops in our backline. And yeah, we're going to go into debt a little bit here, but I don't expect it to be too much. So, 23 days here. Fantastic. And these guys are just kind of running around, sieging over here. Okay, sounds good to me. So we're going to wrap up this siege. There we go. And we're going to move these guys in and then these guys north. Yeah, you're going to do that. That was expected. Wonderful. Like I said, we're in a much, much stronger position than we were previously. Okay, so let's take a look at what we've got going on over here. These guys are raising, and we'll probably send them over this way. She wants a white piece already. I would rather have this faction go away. This will prevent them from firing again for 5 years. And in 5 years, many of these guys will not rejoin the faction. I would rather spend the money on investment than on fighting this war. I accept. Well, that's weird. Aren't these guys incapable of joining the faction? Okay, yeah, faction disbanded. Sounds good. So we're going to send these guys down over here, and we'll just deal with these populists. Group these together, and we'll come up over this way. Where is the populist leader at? Populist leader is over here. So we will head up over like that. Excellent. So we'll make our way in, and this should be absolutely fine. No big deal. We're going to go a little bit in debt here, but ultimately I feel like these needed to happen, and this is a fine cooldown to be on. We're going to have Northmen relatively soon again, I think, but it's fine. That's not a big deal either. So we're heading up over this direction-ish. And these guys are our sieging force. Let's actually go siege this capital, I guess. Liberty faction just disbanded. Fantastic. And we're about to hit these guys. There we go. No problem whatsoever. And we're going to come hit these guys next. Yeah, we have a bunch of constructions finishing. That's fine. And we're going to be falling a little bit into debt, but we'll be able to extort our subjects. And in fact, that is something we should do right now and get that on cooldown. Don't worry. I'll have everyone pay. Excellent. Okay, so there's that force gone, and we'll come down here and deal with this one. How many total troops do they have? 13k? Yeah, that's not too bad. They're too spread out to really do anything of note. So that sounds good. Hopefully, once we actually get up here, these guys will be able to... Well, there's this force here that is going to make this spicy, actually. Rather spicy. To the point where I kind of want to raise additional troops over here. And we'll go group up there. Okay. We just don't have enough troops with these noble troops nearby. That's fine. We'll have no real problem raising additional forces. I don't know where these guys are going. But I also feel like they're not... Well, maybe they are, strictly speaking, necessary. Okay, so they have about 5,000 here. We've raised another 1,000, and we're about to head in over here. Okay, so this is about 7k right now. And I feel like that's fine. Let's go ahead and head up. Yeah, this looks good. Let's head up this way. Yeah, we lost a siege. We're not surprised by this. As far as these guys go, I'm going to remove our horse archers as well as some number of levy troops, and they're going to go up over this direction. Deal with these guys. And we're going to head up here. Okay. Stop gathering. I intended for that to be stopped, but okay. We'll head on in up here, and this looks good. This looks very solid. I think we'll have this under control quite quickly. This siege will be finishing up momentarily. And once we have that, we'll head over here and siege. Magnificent. We're at 22% right now. We're being raided. I don't really care about that. So we're going to head on up here, and will we arrive in time? 3 months? Maybe. It's going to be close. We'll see. We may have to siege that back, but that's no big deal if so. War's over. We captured him in that battle. Fantastic. Okay, so technically, we can't put our forces down because of this being raided. That's very rude. Hostilities will exist for another 6 months. I'm just going to put these down the old-fashioned way. We're not at war, so we're not actually getting the malice. Yeah, that's good. These guys will get put down as well. We just didn't get the button because we were being raided. So that's fine. We are 1 direct vassal above our limit still. And that will need to be dealt with. There's some duchies that we can create. Okay. This guy wants to be ransomed. As of right now, I'm not interested in doing that. Actually, maybe I am. I'll need to think about that for a moment. While we're thinking about that, let's go ahead and do military camps here. And hide tents here. Let's see how badly we need cash. The answer is not tremendously badly. Perhaps somewhat. But I feel like overall we're doing okay. Now, how are we doing here? 51%. Okay, that's improving. We could claim his title. And I think I will do that, to not have the tyranny. Yeah, that didn't actually change that too badly. If he was an adult, we would be swaying him. That's not currently an option. I'm not going to call a hunt at this exact moment. We're 2 direct vassals above our vassal limit now. We could create additional duchy titles, and that might not be a terrible idea. It's 250 gold each, but some of these duchy titles down here now exist. You can see we have been expanding throughout all of this. It's just not us personally expanding it, the realm. Our vassals have been expanding it. So that's fine. And how are we doing on our tech, anyway? Manorialism in about 20 years. Okay. We do need a new steward, and it's going to be this guy. Wonderful. And as far as factionalism goes, this looks fine for now, at least until that 5-year cooldown comes up. We'll see what happens at the end of that. We'll just continue building our hunting grounds, and that will be absolutely fine. Ooh, we can transfer this person over. Do it. 3 direct vassals above our vassal limit now, huh? Okay, well, that's continuing to go. That's a little unfortunate as well. We do need to deal with that. Some duchy titles. Okay. Now, as far as the ransoming goes, I do feel like ransoming is maybe okay right now. Just checking opinion levels. I feel like it's fine. We'll do that for some gold. If they rebel again, they rebel again. It's not a big deal. We can handle it at this point. But all I want to do right now is work on some investments here. And that is indeed exactly what we're going to do. This castle is now maxed out. That's great. Many of these are getting close to maxed out. We do still have our military outposts here that we could... Diplomacy challenge, huh? Okay, whatever. I don't mind. We could theoretically replace this with, like, pastoral lands. What does the max level of military outposts give us? It does give us that skirmisher bonus. I think I'll leave it. Pastoral lands would generate us cash, but most of our cash is going to come from vassal taxes later on anyway. I mean, our domain will be dramatically improved from where it's at right now, but most of it will be vassal taxes. So I think that is okay. What else are we going to do here in this meantime? Well, we're doing a little bit of investment there. I would like to find a way to get this guy to actually give us this title. We're 46% right now. We have a claim on it, so we wouldn't get tyranny. On decline, only 2 people would join this rebellion. Himself and this countess. I'm gonna do it. We have a 46% chance of him just giving up, but I'm not going to assume that he's just going to give up. This should be enough. And we're going to start walking in. He just gave up. Okay. Sounds great. So we're now at 9 of 7 domain limit. We're going to have to hand these out. And we're going to grant this to this guy for right now. We can't hold these counties personally at this exact moment, but what we can do is grant them out, and now we have access to developing this county more efficiently. It's not tremendously efficient, but you can see here we do need to construct holdings in these locations, and we're just going to fill these with cities, I think. Many of these already are maxed out, but yeah, that'll be fine. Excellent. He actually acquiesced. I'm quite surprised by that. We're going to be able to develop our capital, and that's something we should do right now. Fantastic. We can also lose weight, and we're going to work on doing that. We can also work off some stress, since we are currently building some of that up. We can sell minor titles later this year, and we can get a new stewardship perk. So we can grab Taxman or Meritocracy. Honestly, Taxman isn't that useful for us. We're not collecting taxes right now. We're working on development instead. But that is, I guess, okay. Not too concerned about that. We can ransom this guy, and let's go ahead and do it. We can also modify some contracts, and we're going to do exactly that. We're going to bump up feudal taxes in each of these cases. Wonderful. We can also demand a couple of payments with our hooks, and so we shall. There we go, got some cash. And with that cash, we're going to construct a city holding over here. We're missing 1 gold. As soon as we get a payment, we're going to construct this city. Okay, there we go. Beautiful. So that is done, and we are going to also want to construct a city holding up here, and we don't really want to construct holdings out here at this exact moment, because honestly, these are probably all going to be 4 different castle holdings. To bump up our troop numbers, our personal troop numbers. Now, I do want to check our succession here. Yeah, we're currently going to lose this on succession because we're on high partition. We can't change off of high partition for a while. Like, we'll need the primogeniture innovation for that, and that's unfortunate. We may end up going for ultimogeniture later on, but that's going to be a long ways away. Our nephew, I don't care. I mean, royal prerogative is here, and that would allow us to do high and absolute crown authority. That's nice. But primogeniture, all the way here. We're going to be on high partition for a very long time. So that means that we're going to have to disinherit. Which is not ideal. But it is something that we can do. We're going to have to disinherit a lot of people. We should do this later in life, though, I feel like. Well, we're 56 right now. We're still feeling fine. But we should actually probably get this done. Let's go ahead and disinherit these guys. There we go. That wasn't so bad. Only 3 of them. So that is good. We can demand a payment from this guy. 10 gold. Sure. We can demand a payment from this guy. Another 50 gold. Excellent. And we can sell minor titles. Let's see what we've got. Spend 75 prestige. Yeah, that's fine. I don't mind. Okay, so let's check each of these locations and see if there are any more cities that need to be built. I mean, there's this one here. So we'll build that. Fantastic. And then we'll need to upgrade each of these. Now, any of these locations that have castles, we cannot control what they have already built there. And there is a faction. What is this? Tengri populists? Oh, this is just peasants. Not a big deal. There are no vassals in that, so it's going to happen. Not too much we can do about it, but it's not a big deal to deal with. This city holding here, we should definitely get working on building guilds. And this city holding, we should do the same. That development growth is super good. We're falling really behind on our vassal limit, and I have to assume it's because we're expanding. I have to assume that that's why. We're probably going to have to move some guys into other locations. Like these county rank realms over here, it's a problem. But we need to not be getting this vassal limit going on. So that's definitely something that we need to be concerned about right now. And that's something we need to deal with. For that, we will need some cash. And I mean, we're getting the cash. That's not a big deal. We can extort our subjects in 2 more years, but that's going to be a while. And we need to create this duchy title. Where is this? Off over here? Oh! We expanded our holdings over here pretty dramatically. Okay. So, I mean, we can always toss county rank realms under, like, duchies over here. So, like, for example, this lady here, we could very easily grant her these vassals and be like, that's your responsibility. I don't want to deal with it. Our player heir has no spouse. He came of age. I did that on purpose because I wanted to make sure that we could get somebody with really high stewardship. Like that. Excellent. Show him what true hunger feels like. What could go wrong? Okay, so we need to look for additional county rank vassals here. And there should be some, like, here. That can go into the Duchy of Mazovia. We'll just put them, for now, into their nearest duchy, and the vassals can sort out the de jure problems later. I'm sure there won't be any issues whatsoever between our vassals with this, but I also don't care. So, like, this guy here gets this vassal. So we're now 6 direct vassals above, and this is a kingdom rank realm here that we may actually want to invade. How close are we to being able to usurp this title? We would have to fight them. Okay. That's the thing. And I would prefer to be spending our gold on investments in our capital duchies right now. That's, I think, the bigger deal currently. We do want to deal with this vassal limit issue for sure, and a lot of that is because we do have these 5 counts here that we have developed in the last little while, but that's fine. We can get rid of those, or not really get rid of those, but there's a county rank. I'll just toss that into this duchy again. because they are bordering that. Okay, and that puts us 5 direct vassals over. What's going on up here? So these are all county ranks. We can create this duchy title, and this is definitely something that we should do. Create this as soon as we have the 250 gold, which will be not next month, but the month after. Okay. So we'll just wait on that, and that'll be here in a little while. It is, however, time to put a cut in here. So I'm going to go ahead and do that, and next episode, we are going to definitely have this made. I don't know if we'll do that, like, before the end. Yeah, we can do that right now, and that is something that we should do. You can, however, leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings, and let's get this handed on out. This guy remains our vassal. Yes, we'll demand his conversion. He might accept. We probably should have transferred vassals in first, now that I think about it. But I guess that will be fine. I will not bargain for your soul. And with that, that cut does need to go in, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. And I will see you all next time.